Yes, the HOA is that bad. Well, sometimes. I've seen HOAs or homeowners associations that are really, really good to the opposite extreme that are like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? You really, as a buyer, need to make sure that you read the covenants and restrictions and make sure you understand those if a neighborhood has it before you move into it. Because a lot of times the homeowners associations, do have these rules, to go by. For example, sometimes within the covenants and restrictions, you only can have a certain color mulch. And if you have a different color, you'll actually get fined for it. You also, a lot of times, certain homeowners associations, they don't have a lot of reserves on hand. And if a major expense comes up or, they need more money for whatever reason, then you, as the someone who lives in the neighborhood, are going to probably incur a big fee sometimes. It just depends on the neighborhood. Other covenants and restrictions, they may limit the paint color that you can use on the outside of your house. Some of them restrict the type of pets that you can have. Like, you're only allowed to have, like, for example, a dog that is, a certain weight limit, or you only can have 2 dogs, or you only can have 2 cats. So you really need to make sure that you really understand what you're getting into before you move into a neighborhood that does have a homeowners association and covenants and restrictions. What about you? If you've ever lived in a neighborhood that had a homeowners association, what was your experience? Did you have a good experience or a bad experience? I know that there really are some good homeowners associations, and the reason why a lot of people do want to move to neighborhoods that have an HOA and covenants and restrictions is to have guidelines and to keep the integrity of the neighborhood up, and to have a way to enforce that if you got someone that moved to the neighborhood that really had neglected taste, and the other neighbors just that's not what they wanted whenever they moved into the neighborhood. So some people absolutely love being in a neighborhood with HOA and covenants and restrictions. Others, it's just totally not their thing. But if you've ever had an experience, good or bad, with a homeowners association, I'd love to hear. Please leave your comment below.